Dylan here from Adondays Training. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Adondays Training. You can also like us on follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/Adondays Training. And if you have any training questions or if you want me to train you, just hit me up at adondaystraining@gmail.com. My post today is going to be a part 2 to the post I posted last night. It's part 2 basically of how to have leg workouts if you have bad knees, like what are some effective things to do for leg workouts. Today I'm going to list my 4 favorite exercises for I guess people that have bad knees. Number 1 would be sled drags or prowler pushes. Basically all you do for that is find a sled, or you can make a sled with a tire, a heavy tire. You can find there's a lot of different ways to make sleds if you can't afford a sled or if your gym doesn't have a sled. Basically, a sled is just you put some weight on the sled and you drag it. The prowler is similar to the sled except for you can push it as well as pull, so it kind of gives you a couple different options. Both of those are awesome for strengthening the legs, conditioning, and power. I really like them for the fact that there's only a concentric phase, so since there's no eccentric phase, the muscle doesn't have quite as much impact put down on it, so you can pretty much do the drill every single day and not be super sore from it. So you could, like, at the time you'd be real sore from doing sled drags or prowler pushes, it's hurting your legs real bad, but the next day you'd be pretty recovered, and it actually is really great for helping get blood flow to the muscles. Just awesome all around exercise, and it's pretty much impossible to get hurt because if you're not in the proper position, you can't drag the sled, it's too heavy. So I really like those for number 1. Number 2 would be to deadlift over squatting. I find that for me personally, I have a lot less knee pain when I deadlift than when I squat, so I would definitely suggest maybe doing more deadlifts over squats, at least until your knees feel better. Number 3 would be doing unilateral exercises. What that means is one-legged exercises, doing step-ups, lunges, one-legged split squats with your back foot elevated on a bench. The reason I choose these is because it allows you to find imbalances in your legs and find out maybe one knee's good, one knee's bad, find out why, see if you can strengthen the other knee up to par with the one that isn't sore. Also, they're great because there's not so much force, because you obviously can handle more weight with 2 legs than you can with 1, so you're not going to be able to have as much weight upon you, so it's not going to put as much stress on your knees, low back, etc. So that's a really good way to still build your lower body strength and not have to have so much force upon your body. And number 4 would be to do box squats. What a box squat is basically you squat down to a box or a bench, and it kind of basically gives you a tool on what to squat down to. So not only is it nice because it will teach you how to squat properly, because by sitting back into the box, it teaches you to sit back instead of sit down when you're squatting, which is the proper way to squat. Also, because you have different heights varying the box, basically you can vary it depending on what angle it is that hurts your knees. So let's say like a 14-inch box hurts your knees really bad, but when you squat down at 16 inches, it doesn't hurt your knees and you can still squat in proper form. Then you need to work on doing 16-inch box squats until you have proper form. Can do quite a bit of weight and have no knee pain. So it kind of allows you to progress yourself into doing a full squat. Another great thing about it is because you're sitting back onto the box, the forces don't go quite so much into your knees and back. It kind of goes into the box as you sit down into the box, and then you got to explode back up, which also can help build explosiveness over just doing a normal squat. So box squats are huge. From doing those, I've had a lot less knee pain. It also just helps you gauge how low you're going. If you don't know how to box squat, I'd suggest just watching a video that says like how to box squat or something. Elite FTS has a bunch of videos on it. That's how I kind of learned. Plenty of other videos on how to do box squats, but those are kind of the 4 main things that I would do. So number 1 would be sled drags and prowler pushes. Find out how to make a sled if you don't have one. They're awesome. Number 2 would be to deadlift over squatting. A great way to still do lower body and not have to squat. Number 3 would be choosing one-legged exercises, unilateral exercises. And number 4 would be to do box squats over just normal squats until you have no more knee pain. Hope that helps. Everybody work hard. Check out those new exercises, and check out our Facebook page. Kick ass.